You met Hemp and Owen. Now let's meet the rest of the Can Jammers, only on Now and Then.
Frank, I've got to tell you, I'm in awe right now. I am starstruck, awestruck, moonstruck, just sitting across from you. This is beautiful. You're such an ambassador, a jam ambassador of this sport. I've often heard you described as the Columbus of Can Jam, bringing those masses and bringing the sport to Long Island. With all that, what does Can Jam mean? What does it mean to you?
To us, Can Jam is our fountain of youth, Geoff.
Ooh.
We have 50-year-olds playing as teenagers.
Mm-hmm.
Out there, we're all the same age.
But not literally. You're not the same age, right?
If you're asking me if Can Jam is a time machine, I have no proof that it's not.
Blown away. Fella, good to see you again. I hear that you recently moved back in. How's that been going for you?
Well, you got to take the bad with the bad, I guess you would say,
It's a polite way of saying it, I would suppose, huh?
so to speak.
Yeah. I see what goes on here.
Yes, it's not pleasant.
Bless your heart.
Thank you very much.
But, there's always the classic, right? There's always the Can Jam Classic. And for an individual such as, yourself, you seemingly have it all. What does the Can Jam Classic mean for you?
Well, Geoff, it's like my escape. It's like my own little oasis.
Oh, really? How so?
Well, first of all, let me explain to you. I get to stand at least 50 feet away from anyone I live with,
Ooh,
which I love.
It's a nice distance.
So I love Can Jam.
I'm compelled to ask. The fans at home are going to want to know. The hair, bit different this year, a little more focused, a little centralized, maybe a little shoot the gap, if you will. Explain the hair to the fans.
More or less, I just wanted to look like a rooster.
Kat, you intrigue me. You intrigue me. You're the type of player that's out there mixing it up, a lot of hoopla. You're a rabble-rouser, if you will. And there's one distinct episode, maybe a bit of a scar, maybe a dark period in your Can Jam history. You've been suspended for over a year and recently reinstated, graciously, I might add, in my humble opinion, just in time for the Can Jam Classic. Do you have any regrets for what you did to that team's mascot?
Well, Geoff, I didn't appreciate their celebration dance then, and I don't appreciate it now. I regret nothing.
Wow. So a harsh stance right in the commissioner's face. He slaps you down and you just stand right back up.
That's the type of man I am.
Stand and deliver.
That's right.
Lean on me.
I'll lean if I have to.
Shams. I have to start and stop there. Where does that originate from? It's a curious name.
You gotta let a dog roam.
And exactly, what does that mean?
You know, the dog's gotta roam, find its home. Shams is its home. Gotta listen to what the dog says about his home.
So in that way, do you wear sleeves ever? Is there any time I've seen you a few times around here? The last few times I've been here, never a sleeve, never one sleeve.
Shams is a dog. It's gotta roam.
So it's a free thing. It's a freedom thing for you, really.
Dog, why you gotta bark at me?
I'm not barking. I don't. It's like
Write it down. A dog has to roam.
dog.
Let it find its own home.
Is that a
Right.
website?
Write it.
Is that a website?
Write it down.
Has to roam. A dog has to roam. Period.
Find its way home.
There's a second sentence. A dog. Well, you're new to the game of Can Jam. You've been at it for 1 year. Only 1 year. And yet you've skyrocketed up the charts. When you started, you were about 112th in the world. Last I looked, you were around 17th, which is remarkable for only a year playing. Clearly a talented player. Where does that come from? Where does it come from in your heart?
What happens when you let a dog roam? He finds his home.
So Can Jam is kind of your your place to be, or your rock, if you will, your pillar. So no sleeves.
Read it.
A dog has to roam. I think we're on the same page now. I think we finally, you feel it, don't you? I feel it too.
Don't miss part 3 of our Can Jam Spectacular, only on Now and Then.